Hey, what's good, everybody? This is EJ,
It's your boy Kenny.
It's Big Dog Francis.
Here we
and
go.
this is the Banter 3FC pod.
Yeah, damn
Dog,
right it is,
pause,
boy. Hey, yo, whoa.
pause.
Just know we here.
We're three friends that love the game.
That is no
and
friend
love
of mine.
talking all things football.
You're damn
before
right.
We dive, before we dive into it, just know we are now on YouTube. So please like, subscribe, follow, comment, everything. Show us love
We love
at the
love,
Banter 3FC on YouTube. All right, let's get into it. First things first. Pause on you.
Oh,
Hey,
Pause.
hey, hold on.
Pause.
Hold on. Pause, you know.
But the first thing that we're gonna do, we're gonna hop in and talk about this weekend's series of results. And as always, let's start in chronological order. With
We
that
shall
early
do
morning,
so.
the early morning kickoff that Francis loves to talk about his Blues, wearing blue but no Chelsea gear. Go ahead, Mom.
Never.
He has the braids.
Actually.
The braids.
Actually, this is a dark shade of blue, so blue is still here.
my God.
Chelsea didn't wear blue. We wore our away kit because we had what typically is a difficult away match at the London Stadium against West Ham. I thought it was going to be a 1-1 draw. I believe I predicted last week. What
No,
Chelsea,
you didn't.
I did not say.
'Cause I wanted you to say 1-1.
You're right.
Yeah.
I said 2-2. You're right. 2-2. My bad. My apologies. I am glad to be wrong. Extremely glad. What this game showed me was that Chelsea has the ability to perform as to what I expect them to this year. Straight up. We have the actual quality. This was a slapping start to finish. It all started quick off. Within 3 minutes, Nico Jackson scores. Nutmegs the keeper. By minute, I think 16 or 17, Caicedo, great through ball pass. Jackson scores again, 2-0. Chelsea were just in complete dominant control for a majority of the damn first half, to be honest. There were parts about maybe like 30th to 35th minutes when I thought West Ham was going to kind of, start and get in their groove, start actually playing and whatnot. So my main thing was coming into halftime. At the end of the first half, I wanted to just keep a clean sheet, just lock in, go to halftime, regroup. Come out, second half, cold again. Well, I know he did miss a sitter. I get that. But you know what? I have faith. That's one guy I can trust. Because even if he misses an opportunity, I know if he gets his next opportunity, he's going to make it count. And sure, he never did. Mind you, what a damn finish. Mr. Cole. But yes, 3-0. Comfortable victory. We move on. Simple.
Go ahead, Kenny.
I'll make this brief. It was an early morning kickoff. West Ham didn't show up. Let's call it what it is. They didn't show up. Like you said, 7:38. They were still asleep. I don't know what they were doing, but they weren't there. Key takeaways for me: Nicholas Jackson. We all talked about this. He's a striker that we think has all the quality. He has the speed.
All the tools.
Yes, all the tools. Now it's about putting it together, and especially with finishing in the final third, which to me is his biggest issue. Great finishes. Like you said, nutmegs the keeper. He pretty much had nowhere else to go but, through the keeper's legs in that first goal. Had no other support as well, so just kind of had to go for it. The second goal, to me, was a little bit more impressive because, once you have that time, a lot of times with the one-on-one, especially a player like that, it can kind of, he's like, oh, should I shoot? You know what I mean? Very indecisive, but he seemed very confident.
He's definitely missed those chances before.
Exactly. It makes me think about Tottenham game where he could have had like 6 goals. And
8.
So those types of chances you've seen him just kind of get in his own head, start taking extra touches, defender catches up, or he just shoots it and misses. So we've seen those things in the past, but it's good to see him finishing. He looked confident. I believe he should have got an assist to Cole Palmer.
No, he did.
He did.
Oh, for Cole Palmer's goal, he should have had two.
Exactly.
The one that Cole Palmer missed, where
Missed,
he
yeah.
when
missed
he
on the
passed
right
it,
side.
where exactly. So overall, it's not like he just scored; he assisted as well. So good game for him. One thing I did want to say really quickly: Kudus needs to go to a bigger club and a better club. I don't want to see him waste his talent at West Ham because you see it.
He's a special boy.
He's special. Every time he gets the ball, he's doing something.
He's looking to do something. Yeah.
He's taking on players. Players are like scared to even want to engage with him 1v1. And he's always trying to make something happen. I would love to see him go to a bigger club where he can just shine because I've been saying to you guys for the last 2 years, I don't know what it is with West Ham. I feel like they have good players where I'm tired of seeing those type of performances where it's like, where are they? It'll be interesting to see, when some of their injured players that they got through the transfer window get back. But still, I just want to see them. I feel like they should be a little bit more consistent than they are with these. Like, all right, West Ham will have a great game one day, and then they just don't show up at all. So, but overall, good game, Chelsea. You're away, took care of business. Good win.
Well,
EJ.
I'll say this. You love to talk about the early morning kickoff and the struggles that teams have with the early morning kickoff. On Saturday, it seemed like the only team to struggle was West Ham. Chelsea showed up. West Ham were nowhere to be found. To perform like that at home in front of your fans is insane to me. But hey, kudos to Chelsea for getting the job done. Nicholas Jackson, I know we make jokes, laughs all the time about like what his finishing has been. He's stepping up to the plate. He has all the tools. We always say this. He has all of the tools to be a really, really good striker. It's just the finishing and the decision making in the final third. And so far this season, it started off like it was going to be like how it was last season, but he started to get it together, I think, after the third or fourth and now the fifth game and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. Cole Palmer, shining as always. I think last week he was non-existent, and he showed up this week. I got him in fantasy, so I make sure to pay close attention to that. But we'll see if the consistency holds up because, like I always say with these young teams, you'll have a run of good games. You'll have a run of good performances, big wins, but we'll see how things roll from here. I don't think West Ham, from what I've seen so far this season of them, are a good test to show that, just because, I don't know, what's his name, Postecoglou?
yeah.
Oh, Lopetegui.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know
yeah.
what it is. I don't think they should have got
on his mind.
Well, we just beat him last week, so that you know. But anyway, Lopetegui. I don't know what it is, but like, I don't think West Ham should have got rid of David Moyes. I think they just have a ceiling, and like getting into that like top six or finishing in sixth and no higher. They're never going to be in Champions League, in my opinion. They could sign all the players that they want to sign, but I don't see them as a club that's going to be in Champions League like how Aston Villa is. Because Aston Villa, I think they have more pedigree. Their club is bigger than West Ham, in my opinion. But I don't know. Like they'll have good players from time to time, like Paquetá, Kudus, guys like that. But I don't see them ever stepping into that next level. Just because like we have the big six. We got the teams that are just outside the big six that will always be in and around it because of the money that they have, because of the players that they have, et cetera, et cetera. So, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But one thing I want to point out for sure, actually two things. I'm starting to notice Nani's kind of a selfish player.
I'm glad you said that because I want to debunk that rubbish.
No. Hold on. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Okay.
I don't know. Nani sometimes he's more focused on being the guy than the team actually performing or the team getting a win. Like, I'm gonna say this week and over the next few weeks, I want you to actually like watch it from a different lens and see if you see some of the things that I'm talking about. Like, there was 2 or 3 opportunities in this West Ham game where it's like he went through on goal, and it's like, just because you guys are winning doesn't mean you have to force yourself to score. Pass the ball to the guy who could easily just tap the ball in. You get what I'm saying? Like, a team with a good like team culture and like they don't care about individual stuff. They want the team to do well. You'll see that. The other point that I want to make. Let's mark it today. Mahalo Mudrik's career at Chelsea is done. Jadon Sancho is there. Pedro Neto is there. Noni's performing. João Felix can play on the wing. Nkunku's there. I think his career is done. Yeah, I think his career is done.
He's gonna play in the next game we have, which is tomorrow against Barrow. I think it's the Carabao Cup. That's his chance to actually show us what's he actually made of. Because obviously he's had a year at least of being with us.
You guys got him in January, right?
January.
It's been a year and a half.
Yeah, he hasn't shown us much. So this is now his opportunity because now he's got people. He has competition now for his role. And one more thing, 2 more things. The Noni situation. I've seen a lot of people online talking about that. I don't think so. I don't believe that, but that's just my personal take because I specifically saw a clip that Chelsea admin posted about when Jackson was in on goal and then passed the ball to Cole Palmer for Cole Palmer's goal, but Noni raised his hand up, and then it kind of looked as if like, oh, he's kind of shrugging, but I didn't think so. He's just looking at, hey, I'm open to, but hey, listen, I don't think he's a selfish player. I think he obviously just wants to show that he can perform, which he has been doing. So I have nothing wrong with it. He's just a passionate person, passionate player. That's you want that type of stuff in the team because it's gonna help drive the team to obviously excel and stuff like that. One more thing, Moises Caicedo, fantastic game from him. That's all I'm gonna say. And I want you guys to start keying in on him more. He is slowly growing into what I expected him to be. And that's all. I
wouldn't think too deep regarding West Ham based on West Ham's performance.
That's fair.
But
yeah, for sure. That's fair.
I want to see how you guys do against Tottenham, Liverpool, Arsenal, Man U.
We have them coming up.
Well, you said you didn't want to count the first game of the season, right? That doesn't count.
Yeah, it's fine, man.
So when you play City again,
will it count?
January. It will. Of course it will.
Okay.
What kind of rubbish question is that?
Well, it didn't count the first time, so I want to make sure it counts the second time.
Did this count? You just played on Sunday?
Oh,
you're the one that said it didn't count. We're not there yet.
Well, let's
hold on.
Yeah, relax.
Yeah.
Let's get this over with.
Yeah.
Is it my turn? My team?
Yeah, it is your turn. Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
This feels like 2 points dropped. After the game was over, I really wanted to reflect on why can't my team just finish? I predicted us to lose 2-1 because Crystal Palace has given us issues. They did a double against us last season. It's always a team where just because they're very creative, usually up top with the likes of Eze and, when they had Elise, he just killed us. So I just thought with them being at home as well and Mateta being on fire as well, I just thought they would just be able to just crank out a win. It would be an even match game, or they'll just get a last minute winner or whatever. That wasn't the case. We came out, we dominated the entire half. All we had to do was literally put the ball in the back of the net. Garnacho Great attempt off the bar. Bruno missed the putback. Just playing so well, and it just frustrated me. And then De Ligt with his header that should have put away. It's just these types of chances. You go up 1 or 2 goals, the other team's deflated, and you can pretty much just coast, get the third, close shop. Those are the types of games we have to capitalize on us playing well. Obviously, then you see the second half, then Crystal Palace is getting 1 or 2 more chances. They could have easily snatched it. Shout out to Onana with that incredible double save. He's been playing very, very well this season. I feel like he was trolling when he said he'll take more risks because I haven't seen him do anything like he used to do. So it's good to see that, he's showing his quality, not only passing wise, but actually making saves, last week with the penalty save. So those are games, that's why I feel like it's 2 points dropped because we played so well. We should have capitalized. Once the other team comes in, then they start getting chances. Eze could have easily scored one of the 2 chances he received pretty much inside the box where, with his quality, he usually buries those. So that's what happens when you keep teams in the games. They get confident, they get 1 or 2 breaks, and boom, we're down 1-0. But that's why I'm upset we didn't get the win. On some positive aspects, Ugarte coming in, Hodgland coming off of injury, also coming in. Would like to see them get into the flow of things so we can instill them in the starting lineup. So we'll move on to Tottenham next week.
Yes, I understand you guys didn't get the win, but Crystal Palace is still not an easy place to come and play away at Crystal Palace. But you guys really did dominate majority of the game. I'm actually, when I rewatched it back again, that chance that Eze had, where he basically had the entire left side open. I don't know why he didn't go to the left side. He wanted to go near post. But overall, yeah, it was. These type of games happen in a long season like this. You didn't lose. That's a positive. Take it on the chin, move on. What's the nickname for the mini man? Lisandro Martinez.
The Butcher.
The mini man.
The attempted tackle that he did, where he was basically jumping into Kamada's leg, potentially. After rewatching that is a wild boy. Because, my oh my, if he actually touched Kamada's leg, Kamada, we're talking about, could be season-ending injury. I don't know what was going on in his head. At first, I didn't think it was that bad, but I had to rewatch it, and now I'm thinking to myself, you're bugging, my boy.
I have the still frame if you want to see it.
You might have to show the camera.
Put it here.
Yeah, exactly. Nah.
That's insane.
That's evil.
That is insane.
That's evil. That's with pure evil intentions. Cause what makes you do that on a soccer pitch? But it's fine. Hey man, get a draw, move on. Simple.
Well, I'll keep mine kind of short and sweet. I think you guys played well. I think you controlled large parts of the first half, and the beginning parts of the second half. But once Crystal Palace started to see that you guys aren't finishing, they got confident. They grew into the game, and they started to take the game to you guys, and then they started having opportunities. And that happens because in the second half, a lot of the time the game will open up because people are tired, they've been running a lot, whatever. And if you don't put the lower level teams away early, that's what's always going to happen, and that's what ended up happening. But in the past, United would lose games like that, regardless of what's going on or whatever the context is. You guys found a way to still get a point and go home. So I commend you guys for that for sure. It looks like there's for that, that's an improvement, but that's still a game that you guys should have been able to win, just because of the opportunities that you created. But hey, sometimes you don't finish, and that's just what it is. So we'll see how things go from there. But you, like I said, wasteful with chances. But that tackle by Lissandro Martinez, that's a red card. Like there's like, you can paint it however you want to paint it. At any point, if you go up 2 feet in the air, studs up. If I have to show the still frame again, I will. But studs
to jump
up
into a pool.
Yeah. Dog, I'm sorry. Like Kenny's thing with this is because he didn't contact or whatever, and it's not, from what I'm seeing with red cards and challenges, it's not about the contact, it's the intent. The intent to danger a player. And that's what the commentators always talk about, the intention. That was bad intentions right there.
Sure.
No, I get it. When I was watching it, I didn't even know what to say. I was just like, "What are you doing?" But yeah,
he's a lucky man.
Yeah, given another ref, given another VAR, it could have been a red card. But to me, just because he didn't make the contact, that's why it was like, that was just weird. Here's a yellow. I feel like that was the vibe. Like, what are you doing? Yellow, and just don't do that. Yeah.
I just know in my career, I never played at the highest level. I just played amateur, whatever. I played, and I made a challenge like that. The ref gave me the swiftest red card that I've ever received in my life. The swiftest red card. I didn't touch the player at all. Only hit the ball, and it wasn't even like an argument. He just said, "Just get off the field." And here you go. So I do not understand how Lissandro got away. I don't get it. But hey, I have nothing else to say, but that's a red card.
If that's Casemiro, he will be sitting right next to me on this couch.
Not facts.
Oh, yeah.
Not facts.
Yeah. But all right, the last game of the weekend.
What we came here
and,
for.
As you all see, I'm wearing all black because it's a sad day. A very, very sad day because my team still found a way to mess up an opportunity to walk away with a statement victory. I want to preset this with this one thing right here. I am sick and tired of Michael Oliver refereeing my games. I'm sick and tired of it. Because if you guys remember, this is the same referee from last year. No, not that. No, he's not the same guy. That was Chris Kavanaugh that did that.
Oh, really? I thought that was
Chris Kavanaugh, the double yellow. That was Chris Kavanaugh. Michael Oliver is the ref at the Arsenal City game last year at the Emirates that he didn't want to give Kovacic a red card for those two. The first challenge is a red card challenge. He gave him a yellow. The second challenge was also a red card challenge. He didn't give him anything, just gave him a talking to because he didn't want to ruin the spectacle of the game. That was the reasoning that they gave after the game, right? We luckily went on to win the game. Nobody got hurt, whatever. But I just want to make sure I say that.
Welcome to life as a Chelsea fan with Anthony Taylor. He has a vendetta against us, straight up. And it's been like
I love Ant.
I think Michael Oliver.
Get off.
I think Michael Oliver's a weird guy. He's a weird guy, but it is what it is.
Go ahead.
Going into the game, it's a big game against our direct competitors for the title this year. What we're trying to do, and we got the injuries. It's been a rough week with 3 away games: Tottenham last week, Atalanta midweek in Champions League, and then City again on Sunday. I was looking for us to go in there, regardless what the circumstances are, do what we have to do and find a way to, take care of business. I wanted us to win this game so bad. One change that happened going into the game, Ben White got put on the bench, started Timber on the right, Calafiore on the left. And I know we had talked pregame about what was going on. I was under the impression it was because of his performances, but it later came out that Ben White has been nursing a knee injury, so that's why he got put on the bench. And we talked about, is this the game that we want to start Calafiore in? And I said, hey, we've been talking about getting quality depth. We spent this amount of money on him. Sink or swim. Sink or swim. And, hey, man, first 10 minutes of the game, it looked like that boy, he sank.
Yeah,
but somebody gave him a life vest and he swam back to the top. Because he got beat crazy by Savinho. He got shot like that was horrible defending. Then he hit a worldie like probably 10, 15 minutes after that. So I think overall he had a pretty solid game. I was disappointed in Leandro Trossard for making that decision, only because you're giving the referee a decision to make, and because it's Michael Oliver, I already know what he's going to do. But I have like the smallest piece of sympathy for him, because when I watched the game back, there was only 1 second between when the whistle was blown and him kicking the ball. Because if you look at the I sent you guys the video. Mm-hmm. You guys can watch it like after this. Mm-hmm. It's not like he was just kicking the ball in the air. Martinelli was actually making a run to go down the field, and he was trying to pass it. And then whatever happened. No, everything is in the video. Look at the video.
Because I watched the highlights again. I told you that already.
Yeah.
Trossard kicked the ball that direction. Martinelli is over there. So what are you talking about?
Wait, what Yo, it's all good. Look at the video. Like I'm actually confident that he was trying to pass the ball. It wasn't a good pass,
and even
but that's what his intention was.
Even at that,
go ahead.
Mark Oliver blew the whistle. There was at least a good 3-4 seconds before Trossard kicked the ball.
No, Francis. All jokes aside,
because the barge happened, and then
he didn't blow it directly at. If you watch the video, you'll see it. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. Like, if you watch the video, you'll see it. Like, listen to the whistle and watch the action.
I did already.
But it wasn't 3-4 seconds. Okay. It like at most it was like a second at most. But again, I'm not excusing Leandro. Don't give the referee a decision to make, because he'll always go against you. Don't give it to them. We just had the whole thing with Declan Rice like a few weeks ago. Don't do it again. Don't give them the opportunity. But regardless of that, we go into halftime 2-1, and then we just have to literally defend for our lives. And we almost did it. We almost walked away with a statement victory that will be remembered for a long time, because people haven't went to City and won in a long time. And to lose it the way that we did at the very end with the last kick of the game, that really hurt. Hence the all black, because it's a sad day. But yeah, I do want to give a shout out to Erling Haaland. 100 goals in 105 games. You know where I stand on him. I think when it's all said and done, he's going to be the greatest finisher of all time. Not the greatest striker, not the greatest player, just in strict terms of putting the ball in the net. I think he'll be the greatest when it's all said and done. I think the only person that's done something like that, 100 goals in that many games, is Cristiano Ronaldo for Real Madrid. And we already know what type of time he was on when he went to Madrid. He was a world-class player at Man U. He took it to the next level at Madrid. So, yeah, that's all I got to say for right now. Go ahead.
Francis, you want to go?
Sure, no problem. From the jump, from the jump, Kai Havertz barging into Rodri.
Love it.
I saw the type of time this game was going to be on, and I was locked in. I was ready. I'm like, okay, here we go. We have two heavyweights that know the severity and impact of this game. Let's get to it. Let's get to business. All right. You guys went down early. Yeah, definitely a lapse on defense. Haaland, easy money for him. But I do want to give you guys credit. The way you guys fought back and took a lead back showed character, for sure. It showed big time character that y'all not backing down, that y'all here for the challenge as well, and y'all are here to actually try and win this game. Unfortunately, the red card happened, and like I said, once the red card happened, I was upset because I felt as if it was gonna ruin and destroy what was already seeming to be one of the games of the entire season. Unfortunately, because we knew what's gonna happen. Now, Arsenal is away from home with the lead, 45 minutes to go. They're just gonna sit back and City's gonna have the ball, and they're just gonna be pressing and pressing and pressing. And I was upset that was gonna ruin the game. Sure enough, for the most part, that did happen. Trossard's red card. You know, I had mentioned this before. This is a principle of what Arsenal has shown for the last several years. Ill-disciplined team. If I'm lying, I'm flying. I kid you not.
You couldn't wait. You can't wait to utter those words. You can't wait.
If I said a lie, let me know. This is not the first or second This has happened multiple times. This has been happening since Xhaka was here. But you know what? You had said that this isn't this. You know, you guys learn from your mistakes or whatever it was, whatever nonsense you said to me yesterday. I said whatever. It's fine. This is what's in you guys' DNA. Unfortunately, I thought you guys had learned. I guess not, because you would think someone of Trossard's IQ would learn from something that just happened last game. One of your star players, Declan Rice, had a red card for doing some rubbish. The next game, he wants to do this. And this type of magnitude? 2 games ago? And this type of magnitude? My boy, what's going on? But it is what it is. Second half, once again, I have to give credit. Defended like crazy. And I actually had empathy and felt sorry for you guys when that goal went in, because you guys did everything in your power to come away with the win, and it's for just that one weird ricochet to the wrong side. John Stones is right there, cleans it up, 2-2. And I mean, Erling Haaland, that guy's a goon. Boom! Off the back of this guy's head. I was crying.
No, that's so childish of Haaland. That's so childish of him.
Yo.
When I saw that, I was like, "Yo, this guy's a child. He's a brat."
Yeah, and there was a lot of smoke going on after all that. Haaland, Arteta, Gabriel Jesus, Bernardo Silva. I loved it though, because I'm like, that's the raw passion we need. Like, all right, they don't like each other. That's how it's supposed to be. But yeah, that's all I gotta say, man.
I'll make mine quick since you guys blabbered on. EJ, you should be ashamed of yourself. Today of all days, you want to say a shout out to Erling Haaland? No. This man disrespected your team. He disrespected your man. It's my turn. It's my turn. He disrespected your manager. He disrespected Big Gab.
Humble yourself.
Told you guys to humble yourselves. Hit the ball off his head, and you want to say, I want to give a shout out to Erling Haaland. Today's not the day. 2, Havertz setting the tone with that Rodri body check. It made me start thinking about Rodri's comments last year. If you all remember, maybe we'll play the video. Mentality. Why did you guys win? They came in here for a draw. They don't have the mentality. Things like that. It made me think about that, and I said, I like that Havertz did that to say, hey, we didn't forget, and hey, we're here. But, like I said, what can go wrong will go wrong when it comes to this Arsenal team. I don't know what you guys' problem is. This isn't a trolling thing. The stars were aligned. The body check to Rodri, him being on the floor, was only a preview of what's going to happen to him in a few moments. The man tore his ACL. The most essential piece on Manchester City's team literally gone. And I said, right after it happened, I said, this is a big break for Arsenal. Not only that, KDB is already out. He's not even playing. Phil Foden, he's not playing yet. He comes in the second half, but he's not Phil Foden of last year yet. The stars are aligned. You score within 5 minutes of Rodri going down. You then score again off the corner to Gab. It's what is it, 45 plus? I think because of the extra time with Rodri's injury in the half.
45 minutes with 6 minutes extra time. I think we went to the 48th or the 8th minute of extra time in the first half. Yeah.
The stars are aligned. We all see it. Arsenal had the momentum. It was either going to be... You guys even looked like you could get a third goal just the way you guys were playing.
For sure.
And Man City looked a little shook. And you just could not let it be. You had to do something to ruin it. And I just will never, understand why that is. Trossard, what are you thinking? The ref wasn't even going to give a yellow to him for the foul because that type of contact was happening all game. You can't just start now brandishing out yellows for that. EJ, I'm sorry. To say that this man was trying to pass it to Martinelli has to be a joke.
It's horseradish. It's nonsense.
Just stop.
Just watch the clip. I can't make this stuff up. Just watch the clip.
I don't know how you...
Make it up in your head.
EJ, it's still in the sky somewhere. It's still there.
That's okay. You have your interpretation of it, and that's okay.
It was a boneheaded play. He wasn't
hold on. I've already said you cannot do that. That's his fault. I've already stated that. Okay. And I'm not absolving him of it. I said I have a slight bit of sympathy because for me, the kick came a second after the whistle was blown. Like, if you want to say the kick came 4 seconds after he hit Bernardo Silva, that's fine. But if you look at when the actual whistle was blown versus when he kicked it, it's not that there isn't a big gap in time.
I have a question.
But still, you don't give the referee the opportunity to make that decision. That's Trossard's fault.
Do you think Trossard think he didn't foul Silva?
Yeah, I think he doesn't think he fouled him. I genuinely think he does. No. Listen. I think he thinks. I'm not saying I don't think it's a foul. I'm saying I don't think he thinks he fouled him because of the way that the game has been going. It's been a very physical game. Everyone's getting stuck in. Everyone's hitting each other. And I think he thinks he got away with it. That's genuinely what I think.
Well, that's fine, but that would be ridiculous. But anyway, at halftime, everyone already knew what was going to come. I don't think anyone here was confident Arsenal would be able to hold on to the lead. Took until the 98th minute, and there you go. But I'm just irritated because I did pick Arsenal to win the league this year. And it's like, when the stars are aligned, why don't you just take the opportunity? The same thing I had last year when Liverpool lost. You guys had to beat Villa. Why is it that you guys just can't just take it?
3 letters. DNA.
So that's my only thing. It's like what could go wrong for City went wrong, and all you had to do was just take it. Because if it's the other way around, oh my goodness, City would have had a field day with you guys. So that's where you need to get to. Take your opportunities, because that will probably never happen. I mean, obviously Rodri's out for the rest of the year, but just the way that game was and how it was going, that was Arsenal's game. I wouldn't have been surprised. I predicted 3-1 City. I wouldn't have been surprised if it was 3-1 Arsenal. That's me.
Yeah, no, I hear everything you're saying. Again, I'm gonna give, like, I don't care, like, about Haaland as a person, but when, like, for example, I can't stand Cristiano Ronaldo. I can't stand him at all. Love Messi. I think that Messi, when it's all said and done, he's gonna be the greatest of all time in every aspect. But you cannot deny Ronaldo's greatness under any circumstances. Doesn't matter if he's disrespectful. Doesn't matter if he said, none of that matters. Mm-hmm. I'm going to give Haaland the credit for what he's done, because at the end of the day, he played against my team. We didn't win. It affected whatever. I understand that. The man scored 100 goals in 105 games. That is insane. I have to pay respect to that.
Oh, absolutely. Just not this week. It's not the week.
Well, this is the week. This is the week that it happened. But
Yes.
I do wanna also add on. You're 100% right. Havertz, and I never realized this about Kai Havertz until he got to Arsenal. His work rate is insane. His work rate is actually, it's mad. The man runs nonstop, and he gets stuck in. I didn't know he was that type of player. The fact that he did that to Rodri and literally off the kickoff, I loved all of it. I loved all of it, because it is exactly because of that comment that he made last year, and that's why he did it, and I love that. I want to say now that Arsenal are a team where you can't out-physical us anymore. You can't bully us. We're starting to be the team to bully other teams, and I love it. We got a bunch of guys, and I said in the group chat, Rough Riders. They get stuck in, they'll run through whoever, and they don't care, and I respect that, and I respect it. And I do think that City are starting to get frustrated with the fact that they can't beat us like how they used to beat us. Because before, it was a big bro, little bro kind of dynamic where it's like, thanks for showing up, pat you on the head, you tried hard, you guys, you play good football, whatever, go back to North London, we'll see you at the end of the season, right? But it's not like that anymore. I think, in 3 hours plus of football against City, they haven't beat us. I think no, it's more than that. Because after this game, it's been, like 3-4 games now. They haven't been able to beat us.
Yeah.
They haven't been able to beat us, and they're getting frustrated with that. And you can tell by the gimmicks that Haaland is doing, throwing the ball at Saliba or at Gabriel, going up to Mikel Arteta at the end of the game, talking about stay humble. Arteta's never been the type of guy to be braggadocious or do. He's not that type of guy. Win, lose, draw, he'll walk up, he'll shake your hand, no matter how mad he is, no matter how they lost the game or won the game, whatever. He'll always go shake every player's hand, every coach's hand, the referee, whatever, and then he'll go about his business. And then Bernardo Silva's comments at the end of the game talking about, oh, Liverpool, they've won, they've done this, they come out and they play us, they do this, whatever. Sometimes when the players on City say that about how we go there to defend, what do they want? What do they want you to do? To just go there and be wide open so they can score 3-4 goals? Every City Liverpool game over the past Klopp and Pep era has just been a tactical, ugly game to watch. None of them have been good games.
Nah, that's not true.
So all of them have been pretty to watch games?
Not all of them, but they've been
most of them.
Most of them have been pretty to watch games, fluid football.
Yeah, it's always been a back and forth.
I don't know. Maybe I missed a good bunch of them, but from the ones that I've seen, it's been like somebody got a lucky chance they scored, and then somebody else scored, and it was a 1-1 game. Like it's never been 2-2, 3-3, 4. Like it's never been that. It's never been high scoring games.
Yeah, I don't attribute that to it being high scoring, but it hasn't been just one team is sitting back. They're going at it.
But is that what we do? I don't think we're going there parking the bus. No, we're going there playing a bit more pragmatic. Like Francis used to say, we have to change our tactics slightly depending on the opposition.
But
we're a bit more pragmatic, and then as the game grows, we grow into the game and we adjust, just as we did this weekend. Because I think the game plan was to come in, be solid for a certain time period of the game, and then as the game opens up, then start to try and play, start to show your style, et cetera, et cetera. Because that's what happened in the first half.
I think that City doesn't respect Arsenal because they feel like, hey, if you want to be top dog, come for the crown. And I don't think Arsenal, and especially I think it was a game last year, I was like, you guys are playing very, very defensive. It was too defensive. And I said, hey, you guys always talk about, teams coming to this, it's an ugly game, blah, blah, blah. Why are you guys doing the same thing? So I think that's from a City perspective. It's like, you guys want to be considered big dogs, come at us. And I think that's more so where they're coming from in terms of those comments. And I can see that. Not this game, obviously, that you guys had to do what you had to do. But other games as well. Like last season, I think Audrey did have a point with what he said. That you guys you're playing not to lose rather than playing to win. And we have to put an asterisk on this this draw as well. Because let's not forget what the game was looking like prior to Rodri going down. It looked like it was going to be a very, very tough watch for you. After Haaland scored, even in the beginning, the volley attempt by Goodwin, they were
on the rest of
yeah. Then they had the corner. It was very, very.
I 100%
City.
understand that, but please also remember we are missing players as well. It's not just City by themselves who their best player went down. So on both sides, there's definitely players missing. There's injuries, et cetera, makeshift teams and all that. So I understand what you're saying. Rodri's a big piece of their team. They have like a 75-1-4 record with him playing in the past like 2 to 3 years. So I get that. But at the same time, we don't have our team identity is based off of Odegaard, and we don't have him.
They're missing 3 of the most important players to me.
No, hold on.
KDB, Phil, Rodri.
In my opinion, Rodri is the most important player on City.
He is.
Yeah. So, hey,
they're missing him along with
no. But they had him, and he ended up getting hurt. But that's not. What are we supposed to do? We can't do anything. We didn't.
I'm just saying. I just want to put a little caveat that let's not forget. Yeah, let's not forget those first 15, whatever, before he got hurt. It just looked like it was going to be one of them games.
Yeah, I get that, but hey, we can only do what's in front of us. We can only play what's in front of us. So I don't. My thing is, I didn't even want Rodri to be hurt because I want to beat City as they are, presently constructed, fully healthy, whatever. I don't want there to be an asterisk. Oh, Arsenal just won the league because Rodri was hurt during. I don't want to hear any of that.
Well,
I want to beat
this year.
Yeah, but I don't. I just want to beat City because we beat City. That's what I want. But it is what it is. So we take it on the chin. Tough result. Wish we won. It hurt to see the end result, but we move on to next week. Hopefully, we could find a way to bounce back because now Leandro Trossard has a red card. He's suspended for next game, and so we'll see how things go from there.
Going to my bench.
But yeah, it's a good segue. Who's the first? Because we play Sunday at 11:30, I believe. So we're the last game.
Yeah. So next week, it's Chelsea at 10
o'clock. 10 o'clock, yeah.
versus Brighton, and Arsenal play at 10 as well against Leicester.
All right. I can go. Chelsea home against Brighton. Brighton got a 2-2 draw, I believe, against Forest. Brighton is not going to be easy. Chelsea have already shown so far that we're obviously building form away from home. Now it's time to bring it back home and now really start solidifying our home advantage again, because we haven't been so formidable at home over the last couple of years. We need to bring back the old Stamford Bridge. Teams need to be afraid to come in and walk through our tunnels again. With that being said, I'm going to go 2-1 Chelsea. I know defensively we've been pretty straight, but I can just see something happening where Brighton may even jump out to a 1-0 lead. Chelsea ties it, and then we get a goal to kind of seal it off for us. 2-1.
I'll go 2-2, just because Brighton is unbeaten so far this season, and they've just looked very, very sharp. You guys know that's my second team, so I've been watching them very carefully. They look very sharp. Danny Welbeck, I don't know what's going on.
What a free kick!
Back to the future with him. Yeah, that was nasty. And then he had another chance where he just kind of wiggled through some players, but the goalie made an amazing save. So y'all know my love for Brighton, and yeah, I think Matoma's going to give you issues. They need to start my boy Adingra. They started him this past weekend. Played well. He always does something, so I want to see him start. And yeah, I got 2-2.
You guys have been on a good run.
Here we go.
Listen. You guys have been on a good run. Something's coming. I just don't know when. Something's coming.
This is going for his inconsistency agenda.
No,
we already know what's going to happen. Just say it. 3-0 Brighton. Just say it.
Listen, no, because the thing is, Brighton have actually been very good this season. They have been very good this season. I have to actually be honest. So I'm going to say, part of me wants to say a 2-0 loss for you guys, but then another part of me wants to say a 2-2 draw. 2-0 loss. Matoma brace.
We'll see. We'll be back. Go ahead.
Up next, Arsenal Leicester. I think this is going to be at the Emirates. Finally, after all these away games, we're finally at home. Mm-hmm. This should be a standard 2 or 3-0. Like standard, like we should just be able to go and win like comfortably. Because even though Trossard's not going to play because of the red card, we still have guys off the bench like Gabriel Jesus. We still have Raheem the Dream Sterling off the bench. And we just need to go get this result and go into the international break, and then hopefully Moreno comes back, and hopefully there's updates on Odegaard. So we'll see.
You said the Emirates. Based off of what just transpired, I expect you guys to be coming out hungry to kind of make another statement. Poor Leicester's going to have to be the bear of the brunt of this. I want to say 4-1. 4-1. Yeah, 4-1.
I'll go 3-1. I see Leicester scoring either a kind of a breakaway type goal. They have some players that could be dangerous, but I just don't see them keeping up with it with your defense throughout the rest of the game. So I'll go 3-1, comfortable. I need Saka to go crazy. He owes me some points.
All right. Last but not least, Manchester United against Tottenham Hotspurs at Old Trafford.
I am going to go with 2-1 Man United. I think we play Tottenham very well for some reason. I want to see Rashford have a good game because this is a team where obviously they play a high line. They play very risky. Just get the ball in behind. Let's not play around. Quick early balls. Use Rashford speed. Use Garnacho's speed. They want to start. This is a game I would kind of want to see Diallo come off the bench just because I want to see this more speed. And he's more just quick than actually kind of running in behind. So yeah, just send him up the flanks. And hopefully Hodgson is ready enough to start. But yeah, I got 2-1.
This is a game Manchester United should win.
Should?
This is a game Manchester United should win. Will they, though? I don't think so.
Why should they win?
I think you guys have a better team than them.
Wait, sorry.
Tottenham?
We have a better squad than Tottenham right now. Like injured.
I think so. You don't agree?
Absolutely not. From top down right now, we have a better team than Tottenham.
I think you guys do.
Oh, we'll have to have another episode for this. I want to review lineups and see who's better than who.
With that being said,
No, Francis, you're tweaking. I just actually sat down and I thought about you're kind of tweaking. No, because I think just because it's Tottenham, you've been doing this thing where you just brush them aside.
I don't brush them aside.
Think about the players.
No, because you said the same. You were saying the same thing when we had to play them last week when we had all those suspensions. That's not just a game that you just show up at. Tottenham's not a bad team.
I understand that. I didn't even finish my damn thing yet.
Finish.
2-1 Tottenham. James Madison. I feel James Madison is going to have a ball game. Brennan Johnson. I think Brennan Johnson scored last game, I think.
He did.
Yeah. Solanke. Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Tottenham.
But we have a better team.
I said, yeah. I said you guys should win, but will you guys win? That's the difference.
But James Madison and Brendan Johnson, Dominic Solanke. You didn't even say their best player.
Oh, no. Oh, him and Son. Come on now.
Oh, okay.
Come on now.
Okay. Anyway.
I think this is going to be a 3-3 draw. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game because you guys didn't finish any of your chances last week. More times than not, the following week, some things will probably swing your way. That's how soccer gods work, bro. And Tottenham, they're going to go at you guys. That's just how they play. So I think it's going to be a 3-3 draw, a 3-3 thriller.
Let my boy Ahmed Diallo cook, please.
Yeah, I could see it being a high-scoring game. I wouldn't want that just because I feel like, our defense has been pretty solid. Besides some one-off chances and things happen, but Onana's look good. I want the partnership of Lissandro and De Ligt to keep growing, and just hop in my Mazraoui, my boy. Watch out!
Listen. You have songs, but you forced that one. You forced that one.
He been practicing He practiced for an hour before he hopped on today. Yeah.
No,
that song goes with Mazraoui's name.
No, that was the first thing when we signed him. That was the first thought. But nah, all jokes aside, he really surprised me. Like his skill level is crazy. His composure on the his composure on the ball and
no, he's a good player. He's a good player.
Just his
Good
defensive awareness, and just he's able to move. He never looks rattled when he has the ball. Like he always just seems to get out of situations. So I like him a lot. So,
no, I agree with everything you're saying. Just don't ever sing that again. That's the only thing that that's the only thing. Don't ever sing that again. Like if you said just give me the lie, I would have you got it, bro. You got it.
That one's already taken. That one I need an original. But I could see a 3-3 for sure. Because we're a team where once we get scored on, we then turn up. Like I've said this in the past, it's like I don't even mind getting scored on first. Because most of the time that's when we actually score.
That's
so
insane.
Yeah. Well, another good week of conversation. So we'll tune in back next week, and we'll get right back into it, talking about these results. But again, we are on YouTube. Please give us a subscribe, like, comment, show us love on YouTube at the Banter 3FC, and we'll see y'all next week.
Shout out to
Keep
Darwin
the blue
Nunez.
flag flying high. Yes,
Darwin
sir.
Nunez curler. Good finish.
Stop it.